Hey guys, James here, and today I want to talk to you about some of the concerns I have for Call of Duty Ghosts. I think the biggest issues with Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 were lag and spawns. With dedicated servers coming to Call of Duty and theater mode being removed, I think lag is going to be much improved and there won't be as many connection issues as there have been in the past two games. However, spawns still look like they could be an issue. All these maps we've seen so far look pretty small and everything seems to be designed for that instant action gameplay, and that really does sacrifice spawns. Moving on to some of the other things that I'm concerned about, I think gun balance could be a very big issue with some of the new special weapons that they're adding into the game. If you don't know, there will be an assault rifle, submachine gun, and a sniper that have built-in suppressors. So basically this means you can have a silencer on your weapon, and it doesn't cost you an attachment slot, and it doesn't cost you any points out of your total class allocation. So if these weapons are good, it takes away the need to use those points so you can have extra stuff on top of an even more powerful gun. Another special weapon they're adding in is a hipfire only LMG. I believe it's called the Chainsaw. And I don't know of any so far, but I'm sure there's bound to be something special about a certain shotgun, pistol, launcher, pretty much every type of weapon. It looks like there is going to be one special one. Now not only could these special weapons cause balancing issues if they're too good, but what if they're too bad? What's the point of even having them in the game if they don't do something better than what the normal guns in their class do? So back to the Chainsaw. If it's only as accurate as a normal LMG's hipfire, then what's the point? Why not just use a normal LMG that can hipfire like that, and then aim down sights and have that long-range accuracy? With these special weapons, I really think they need to find a good balance between being a novelty, just something you mess around with like the crossbow or the ballistic knife, and being a weapon that is overpowered in this game. Another concern I have is about the new movements that they're adding into this game. If you don't know, you'll now be able to slide, lean around corners, and you vault walls and other small objects a lot faster than in old games. How will all these new movements affect hit detection? Right now it's hard enough to hit a guy that's either sprinting or strafing, and if you're trying to shoot a guy from the side while he's dolphin diving, that's almost impossible. If a guy slides across a room while you're trying to shoot him, is that going to give him a big advantage in the gunfight? And another thing to think about with these movements is how are you going to be able to shoot while you're doing one of these? If you lean around a corner at the wrong angle, is there going to be a chance that your bullets bounce off the wall right in front of you? If you slide, are your bullets going to be wildly inaccurate and pretty much just not hit anything at all? There are a lot of questions about these movements. Hopefully they do a good job of ironing out all these little details so that it doesn't become an issue. Now, like I said at the beginning, spawns look like they're going to be the biggest issue that remains from these past two games. To go along with spawns, I'm really concerned about the maps. Old Call of Duty maps in Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and even Black Ops 1, they were much larger, but they're not large in the same way that maps in these current games are large. Maps like Turbine, Carrier, Liberation from Modern Warfare 3, other maps from these last two games are big, but they just don't have that same feel as the old maps. I think the biggest reason for this is that the old maps, while they were big, they still had areas where all different types of weapons were playable. Lots of maps in the newer games either cut off lines of sight where the assault rifles would be useful, or they make things too wide open, and therefore shotguns and SMGs are just constantly getting mowed down by light machine guns, assault rifles, and snipers that are just sitting in power positions. And from what I've seen with the new maps, it's kinda mixed. Of maps that I've seen gameplay on, Whiteout, which is the snowy fishing village, is the only one that really looks like it could have that old school COD feel to it. Octane, which is the one where the gas station falls over, and then Strikezone, which that's the baseball stadium, they both just look like those newer rush-centric maps. Ones that are built for fast-paced action and nothing else. And those are the types of maps where you have people spawning around corners, spawning behind you, because there's just so much rushing going on that the spawns are constantly flipping and it's just impossible to really play smart on a map like that. Hopefully there will be some more maps that bring back that versatile gameplay, but right now it kind of looks unlikely. So just to recap quickly, my biggest concerns are gun balance with the special weapons, because if they get it right, it could add a lot of fun variables, but if they get it wrong, those guns are either pointless or overpowered. Next is my concern about the new movement mechanics with sliding, leaning, and vaulting, and how this will all affect hit detection. And then finally, will these maps and the spawns on these maps lead to another game of just this massive random action, or will they allow a more old-school approach that rewards smart play? Now, despite all these concerns that I've listed out, I'm definitely very excited for this game. And admittedly, this video is partially just to get myself thinking about different things that could be wrong, so that when the game isn't perfect, I won't be as disappointed as if I had just built it up in my head to be this perfect thing that's going to be amazing. Hopefully this game will create an experience that veteran COD players and newer COD players can all enjoy. Let me know in the comments about any concerns that you might have about this game, things that are bothering you, that you're just not sure of, anything like that. If you enjoyed what I had to say, I'd really appreciate it if you would leave a like rating. If you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. That'll make it really easy for you to find my future videos. But above all else, guys, have a nice day.